Today we're out in this Lexus GX460 on this beautiful sunshiny day in the Mojave Desert to talk about the top 5 modifications you should get for your Lexus GX460. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Okay, today's going to be about the modifications, particularly for off-road. But quick disclaimer, these modifications are mostly going to pertain to practical modifications. In other words, they're not going to be cosmetic modifications. So if you have cosmetic modifications in mind, this will not apply to you. However, if you're looking for mods that will help you off-road and improve your off-roading experience, well, that's what today's video is going to be all about. So let's jump right into it. And the first mod you should get for your Lexus GX460 is an aftermarket bumper. Now, it's no secret that the GX460 has an absolutely horrendous low-hanging front bumper. So one of the first things you'll want to modify is that bumper itself. And there's a couple ways you can do this. You could put on an aftermarket bumper like we did, or you can simply go the free route, or mostly free route, and that is to just go ahead and chop the bumper straight off. The stock bumper does absolutely no favors off-road, and so if you've got either a cut bumper or a aftermarket bumper, you're going to get a lot more approach clearance, and you're going to have more fun overall off-road because you're not going to have to worry about scraping your bumper. It's very nerve-wracking to have to worry about whether or not you're going to hit the bumper, the front bumper, when you're even doing just mild off-roading. And Lexus only put that ridiculous bumper on there to match the so-called design language. In other words, they just want to make all Lexuses look alike. All right, second modification for the Lexus GX460 is to go ahead and get some underbody protection, also known as skids. And these skids will essentially protect the underside of your vehicle, particularly your front differential and your transmission oil pan and your gas tank and your center differential from damage. And admittedly, we've scraped and damaged, you know, all of those components off-roading with the stock configuration. Now, the stock GX does come with some very good skid plates, but you could argue that they're just not thick enough for quote-unquote heavy-duty off-roading. Point is, you can make your life a whole lot more stress-free off-road if you just get a few thicker plates for off-roading. We went with the RCI brand plates, which have turned out to be very good. It's okay if you hit the plates, and it's not okay if you hit expensive components. It just takes the stress out of the situation. Go ahead and get some aftermarket skid plates as well. Can't go wrong. All right, next is the rock slider. Rock sliders kind of accomplish two things, and that is they get rid of the low-hanging plastic, side skirts or side steps, whatever you want to call them, that Lexus put on there. So by taking away those side steps, putting rock sliders, you get more clearance, and you have damage protection against the body. All right, next is the modification of adding front recovery points. Now, technically, a GX460 comes with 2 front tow hooks, or tie-down hooks, some people call them, and it's a little bit of a controversial topic because many will argue that those hooks on the front of the stock 4Runner or GX that are there are just for shipping purposes and they're not meant to pull or tow from. But in all reality, if that's all you had, you're good to go. But if you want to beef those up to where you certainly don't have to worry about getting yanked out from the front or yanking somebody else from the front when you get caught or stuck off-road, go ahead and put some front recovery hooks. All right, last but not least is a rear recovery point. And when I say rear recovery point, I'm talking just get a hitch receiver, and it doesn't have to be, you know, the full-on, I forget the class. You haven't figured it out. It comes down to deleting what Lexus probably spent millions on, which is putting a bunch of plastic stuff that never really belonged there. But you know, that's a whole nother story. But for off-roading, these are your top 5 mods that are just going to make your off-road experience that much more worry-free and enjoyable. I'm about to approach a dip here. I go down and up. Don't have to worry about hitting the nose. Don't have to worry about the bottom when I see a rock. If I need to climb over a rock, don't need to worry about the sides. If I get stuck, I don't have to worry about someone pulling me out from the front. If I get stuck another way, I don't have to worry about somebody pulling me back from the rear. So these are all things that are going to alleviate stress and add to your enjoyment off-road. If you found this video the least bit insightful or helpful, please consider liking and subscribing. Thanks, and have a great, great day.